Okay, so in order to get some nice, crisp, clean fold lines, I'm going to be using my score pal. And what's great about the Cricut and using them for little projects like this is that the Cricut makes little actually score marks, and they might be very hard to see on camera, but it basically gives you a little guide. It makes a little cut mark and gives you a little guide where you can line it up with your score pal and you can really get some great folded lines. So I'm just going to use my little score tool here. And I'm going to line up my score marks with a line on my score pal. And then you just gently press down and it gives you a nice crisp line to fold on. And then you just work your way around your project. Okay, and then you can see I've got some really nice lines to fold on. And then when I fold these up, if I want a really crisp line, I can take my score tool and just press that down. Just so that I get a really nice, crisp folded line. Okay, and then we're not quite ready. You probably want to fill this with some really cool treats, or you could use those Valentine's Day colored M&Ms, but just basically hold this together, and then the Cricut has already pre-cut a little slit for us, and you just push each end of the heart, each side of the heart through that little slit. Very, very easy, and then you can kind of pop out the sides. And it makes a really cute little favor. Now we just have to create our tag. Okay, so now we're ready to create our little initial tag that is hanging on our favor. And we've already cut out our shapes. So here is the 7 Gypsies paper that goes underneath. And then I'm going to be creating our little monogram shape by using the initial as kind of like a negative feature and our embossing powder, our Zing embossing powder, and this is gold. And you can see how evenly when you use it, it melts. It's a really, really cool embossing powder. So what I'm going to do is use some of my Crafter's Companion repositionable adhesive here. And I'm going to spray the back side of my M. I guess it really doesn't matter with your M. And I'm using a piece of just scratch paper because I'll be using my craft mat for my embossing powder, and I don't want to get my Ranger mat all sticky. So I'm going to just scoot this aside for a second. So I'm just going to give this a quick spray. And then let it get sticky. I think they say it takes about 30 seconds, maybe a little less. And then we're going to pick this up and we're going to actually press it down onto the piece of paper that we've cut out. That's the scallop, the second scallop. And then I'm going to put it face down in my Big and Bossy clear embossing pad. And you can find this on our website, customcrops.com. So I'm just going to tip it face down. And what I'm doing is I'm getting embossing ink on the parts that are not covered up by the M. And that's how you get that negative effect. And you can see if it's getting inked or not. You can see the paper is kind of shiny where the ink is at. So I'm just going to keep doing that until I'm sure that I've got embossing ink on the face of my scallop shape here. Okay, I think that's pretty well covered. So I'm going to grab my Zing Embossing powder. We have these in all kinds of different colors. They come in metallic finishes and glitter finishes, fluorescent. They're just a really cool product. So I'm just going to cover my entire shape, and then I'm going to pick it up and dust off the excess. So I just dump off the excess, and you can also click the back side if you want all that excess to come off. Then carefully I'm going to peel off, if I can get it, the M shape, and that's why I used that repositionable adhesive, because then it'll come right off. Okay, and then I have my M right there. So we can throw this part away, and then the excess embossing powder we want to pour back into the container. That's why we're using our Ranger craft mat. So let's just set that aside for a second. Then I'm going to use my heat tool to activate the embossing powder. Okay, and then after it's dried, you have your really cool initial. And then I'm just going to use my Glue Glider Pro. This is the high tack. We also have permatack. And put a little bit of adhesive on the back here. And attach it to my larger shape. Okay. And then grab my crocodile, and using the small hole punch, just punch a little hole in the top there to give it some place to attach my Seven Gypsies Princesca hardware. So these have really flexible little O-rings, and very easy to just attach to your project embellishments. So our tag is all set, and we just attached one little last bauble here from the Seven Gypsies Princesca hardware. It comes in a package that looks like this, so you get all kinds of different choices, and you can separate all the little jewels. Really, really cute product. So we're just going to feed that little heart tab through that little slit that was pre-cut. And our Valentine's favor is ready to give. We hope that you enjoyed the simple, quick, and easy Valentine's Day project. We used a lot of different things from the new Tie the Knot Cricut cartridge, and this is a great addition to the Cricut library. So go to our website and pick one of these up. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.